Can I share something that is about to blow your mind? It may not blow your mind, but it was so juicy to me. So, in Second Timothy chapter 3 verse 8, Paul mentions Jannes and Jambres to Timothy. Do you know who they were? They were the magicians that tried to outdo God when Moses was showing Pharaoh that God is about that life and he'll bring all the smoke. And remember, Jannes and Jambres, they were the two magicians that thought, oh, you bring a frog, I'll bring a frog. Your rod turned to a snake, my rod turned to a snake. But get this part. In verse 8 and 9, Paul was saying that false prophets, false teachers are just like those two. They come in to deceive, they trick. He was talking about them tricking silly women into believing these lies, and they come in and infiltrate the church. The main part, Paul was telling him, be leery of people like that. Be leery of people that operate under false spirits and false power, limited power by Satan. Be leery. So you false teachers, you false prophets, God looks at you like those magicians that came up against Moses. Do you know at some part, Jannes and Jambres, they couldn't mimic the miracles of God because then they too became infested. They had boils. Oh yeah, the miracles their little false miracles had to stop because they also got infected with boils. Stop allowing these false teachers to come in with their false doctrines and deceive the sheep that you are over. Stop allowing these false teachers and false preachers to come in and deceive the sheep that you are over. Because when their power runs out, because they cannot withstand or go against the power of God and those who he have truly called, when it runs out, they too will be destroyed. Just like Pharaoh, the children and the people of Egypt, and Jannes and Jambres, the same magicians that tried to go up against Moses and the power of the one true living God. Keep allowing them to come in and speak and teach and run conferences because you know they have a slick tongue that can raise funds. A slick tongue that can raise funds. So you give them access to the vulnerable.